38. Who is your number 38 quarterback right now?
Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers. That's right. Number 1 pick of the draft. All right. Yeah. I mean, again, Bryce Young, like we talked about, natural at the game. You know that. Now, I know people are going to go, well, wait. He hasn't played in the NFL, so how can he be better than Sam Howell or Desmond Ridder? And I want to go, well, listen, there's a reason the guy's the number 1 pick.
So let me give credit here to Corey Joskowitz, because he knew that that's what's going on in your head. And he knew that's what people are going to be thinking. And you can read the homies' minds as well.
And Corey's a homie. He's always listening.
Corey is back on Twitter, too. I think he shouted out to us, so hello, Corey.
What up,
He
Corey?
goes, if you were trying to do less projecting, how does that change the calculation for including rookies? Can you confidently say that Bryce or CJ or Richardson are better than the 40 quarterbacks who have already been in the league?
No, well, there's only a few that I can really say and feel good about that. And as you can see, there was only 2 guys that I was willing to put them ahead of at this point. But I didn't think the gap was that long there. Again, what I just said about Desmond Ridder and Howard, they're basically rookies still.
Yes.
Howell played 1 game, right? He didn't get much. I mean, his scout team reps that he didn't get very much of anyways didn't make him that much of a better player in that last year. He's still in square one with the rookies. And after, they just learn how to get out of the huddle and do it, they're going to be right there with those guys, right? Let alone they have better physical ability, in my opinion. So that's where I go, once we just get through, hey, they learn the basics of the playbook, they're going to be right on level with those guys, because those guys are still going to be doing a lot of the basics of the playbooks, even right now in OTAs, even though it's year 2 for them.
Yep.
So that's where I get it. And then even the like I was explaining with that, there's more talent than some of these guys are going to be bringing up to where, okay, yeah, I know Desmond Ridder and Sam Howell might know a few more tricks of the trade or something just from that 1 year. They might know an inkling more. But does that make up for what the team can do with these other 3 guys' talent and some of the things they can manage within the game too? And these other guys are going to have to be managed as well anyways. They're going to be managed, these 5 guys we're talking about today are all going to have to be managed to a degree.
Yeah.
So that's where I can, confidently say that.
So I think this is another point where we can reiterate the fact that this is for 1 year only. And I think if people were taking this as you get this quarterback and now he's your franchise quarterback for the next 10 years, it's a different ranking for Bryce Young. But this is, you only have him for this year and this year only, and then when next year rolls around,
we're talking about
you're
right
picking a
now,
new quarterback.
this area, right now, this general time frame right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
1 year. Are you going to have Bryce Young be your starter, or are you going to have someone who's done it before?
And there's a little projection here involved. I understand that. I'm trying to stay away from that, like I told you here. But it's minimal projection. This is not me going well, I think this guy's going to be Sam Howell is the 18th best quarterback in football, right? That would be a projection. That would be insane to just throw that out there. We're going off of what it is right now, right here in this era, early training camp, late OTAs, and I'm basing it all of what I've seen from last year and that play there. Yes. Yeah. And I know these 3 or these rookies and Bryce Young haven't played in the NFL yet, but it's not going to take long for them to catch up to speed here.
And I don't think we have to get into too deep on the things they do well and don't do well, because we just talked all draft season about all those things with these rookie quarterbacks.
Right.
But, you are a little bit wrong, because we do have some evidence of what he will look like with the Carolina Panthers. King 36 says,
we got evidence of all of them now.
Did you see the video the Panthers posted on Bryce Young's first snap in practice? He looked like a high schooler. He says, ooh, can he really be elite being that small? So we're showing it now if you're watching on Peacock or YouTube. He does look tiny. Now, forced perspective, he is farther away from the camera than his offensive lineman, so that doesn't help. If he had rolled to the other side, it would have looked better. But he does look small.
Well, yeah, and he's going to look even smaller when it's actually the starting offensive lineman in there, and it's not a bunch of just rookie Patroop guys there too as well. So, listen, I'm not going to lie. It's the first thing that I thought of when I saw him. And when I saw this clip, I just went, damn, whew, he's small. I mean, yes. Now, like we talked about, he's used to being that size. He knows how to play, right? But, you guys, there's no doubt that every coach on that team took the field this weekend and the thought went through their head, whoa, man, he's small. Whoa, we took him with the number 1 pick. Whew. All right, Bryce, let's go. Let's have a good day here, baby. I mean, there's no way that didn't go through their head. There's no way. There's no way they didn't look at that and go, whoo, that's our number one pick. Okay, all right, we got to believe in what we believe in here and go, right? I mean, that's it's scary. Now, it's uncharted waters as far as that's determined. I'm excited, like you said, we're not going to break their skill set and all that because anybody that's been listening to us, we've broken this guy down a ton through the last 7 weeks. But I'm excited to see their offense and what it looks like with Bryce Young. And I would think it's going to be more shotgun, Alabama, spread the field, take advantage of his abilities of RPOs and screens and getting the ball out of his hands quickly and make the game more of a space game. That's what I would expect. But maybe they have a different vision there in Carolina.
It would have been nice to see what he would do with DJ Moore, but he was part of the trade to get Bryce Young. So I don't know. Has there been any chatter out there? It's like you got Bryce Young. They do have Andy Dalton.
Yes.
There too.
Right.
I mean, do we know? We don't know week one yet. Or
They've
what the
been
plan
saying
is.
Andy Dalton. They've been saying Andy Dalton. Frank Reich this weekend, though, did say that Bryce Young was going to, when they were all there, he's going to get a lot of the work. He's going to get more reps than Andy Dalton. So he's going to be with the twos, right? He will get all the twos. He will eventually start to creep in to get ones, right? Like if Andy Dalton, let's just say say it's a 20-play period. And usually, let's say the first quarterback gets 10 reps, and then the second quarterback gets 6 reps, and then the third one gets the last 4. After the first day, I bet you they cut down Andy Dalton and go, hey, you don't need those last 3. He'll take 7. Mm-hmm. And then Bryce will get the next 10. Where he'll get like 1 or 2 with the first team, all his with the second team, and then he might even get a rep or 2 of Matt Corral's third team guys because they're going to get him up to speed. And they want him to start week 1. They can say all they want, and they'll say all they want right now. But they didn't take him number 1 to sit on the bench, and I think he'll get every opportunity to be the starting quarterback.
They're in a weird spot, too, because usually a team that picks first is in a rebuilding phase, but they traded up to get that pick, and I think they felt like they have the
feel
talent
like they have a lot
on
of
defense,
pieces, right?
And they just got to take a step forward on offense, which I think is the main reason why Frank Reich is there right now. So that may be a good team to look at their schedule early on here, because if Andy Dalton does play in the first week or the second week, or if it's Bryce Young, like who are their opponents? So I think we have
I got it right here too.
Panthers schedule.
We got Falcons to start, Saints.
Falcons, and then Saints Monday night.
Right.
And then at Seahawks.
Yeah. I mean, again, Falcons are one of those teams where most people are going to look at it and go, oh, they should win that game. And I'm going to go, no. Atlanta is one of those teams that might have won the offseason. Between the draft and free agency, they're going to be ready to go. I know I'm not sitting here trying to say they're a Super Bowl team, but in the Saints, we know that's a good defense. They're good. So he's got some challenges early on. We'll see where it goes. And then that's where if he doesn't get up to speed or they don't feel comfortable with it totally, that's why they got Andy Dalton. And Andy Dalton played really good football last year. And he will be on this list. I'm not gonna. I'll throw that out there. He's on this list. He ain't there today. But, he's on here.
He's been on there in the past.
Hey, of course he has. Yeah.
I wonder where he was last year. Pete, where was Andy Dalton on the list?
I was just missed last year.
He just missed last year.
He was like a 41 or 42 last year.
Okay.
He was. Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
He made a little rise this year.
And he didn't play all that terrible.
No,
last
he did
year.
a lot of good things. He did.
So he's in that big group of.
He's in that group of others, that lower class, right? Where you go, hey, there's good here, but it's tough differentiating some of those guys there. I'm excited to see Bryce Young. Hey, he's slick. He's a natural at the position. He's got a lot of different releases. He's extremely smart. Pre-snap or post-snap, whatever you want there. And, I just think it's a matter of time. Listen, I really think he's going to have to fail to a pretty big way for him not to be the starter in the preseason.
What they got to start doing now is, they did all the interviews with Bryce Young and at the Combine, watched him work out. You got to bring him to your camp, invite all your offensive linemen, have them stand next to each other just so you're not shocked the first time that he takes a snap. Just be like, let's just get this. Let this sink in. Okay, he is small. He's still doing this. They're still doing it. We'll try to win with Bryce Young at Carolina.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. It's the off season, but there's no off season for us here at Unbuttoned. me, Ahmed Fareed. We're going to hit all the stories. So hit subscribe for us, okay? We got a ton coming up. My draft prospect rankings, my Simms top 40 quarterback countdown, and videos of me and NFL QBs playing catch and talking about their development and mechanics. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. See you soon.